Hey, everybody, welcome to the Czabecast. Steve Zabin, Scott Lynn, Low Def Solomon. Galdi is off today. There is some mop-up from the Tiger Woods car crash and the, quote, investigation that we have yet to delve into here, boys. You ready for this?
I am.
Take a look at this here. Animated report from the boys at the OrlandoSentinel.com by way of the Florida Highway Patrol that shows just how Tiger Woods crashed his vehicle. Now, you'll notice here on the dotted line, it wasn't just a straight dash out a long driveway that veered off onto the grass into a fire hydrant, then a tree. Oh, no, this is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Oh, God.
Look at this, Scott. He comes out across that first little U-shaped cul-de-sac where his house is on the corner. He clips the curb on the other side, overcorrects, takes a left on the more main thoroughfare, kinks into the fire hydrant on the right side of the road, overcorrects again, swerves into the tree on the left side of the road. So this was some reckless-ass driving going on.
He must have been high or just beaten by his wife or something, huh?
There was never any physical abuse, says Mr. Woods.
The Florida Highway Patrol investigated for signs of domestic dispute, and they found none. They said there was no scratches, marks, or other indicators on Elin Woods' face, hands, or whatnot. There was no glass in the driveway of their home, so it sort of debunks the theory that Elin smashed out the back windows in anger, chasing him away. And Tiger Woods' only injury was a mild cut inside his lip and no other injuries. Officers calculated the car was going between 29 and 37 miles an hour. For some reason, though, the airbags did not deploy after that crash to the tree, which I thought they were supposed to go off anywhere over 25 miles an hour. That's a little bit odd. That's not the oddest thing about it, though. Troopers then said, well, to find out what happened here, why don't you call up the security camera video from Tiger's home? He's got 4 security cameras, and they said 2 of those were pointed outside the driveway that would have showed some of what had happened. So what does Team Tiger do? They dispatch one of his attorneys to try to figure out, quote-unquote, the video system. You're not going to believe how this one ended up.
Those tapes are on the New England Patriots fire pile. That's where those tapes are.
Goodell's incinerator. Yeah, shocker. The attorney, not an IT guy, couldn't figure out the videotape system.
Let's see. That was C:delete. Okay, we're all done.
That was request number 1. Request number 2, the next day, the attorney again said, you know what? To quote our friend Chuck Sapienza around the office, Scott, he says,
can I tell you something? I got nothing.
Can I tell you something? I got nothing. That's his catchphrase. That's what the attorney said to the Florida Highway Patrol. What mention was made of the surveillance videotapes in the official FHP report?
Why, nary a mention.
Why, none. Exactly right. They just dropped the matter. Now, on to the blood work about, well, was Tiger drunk? Was he high? Was he doped up? Was he hepped up on goofballs? What the hell was going on? Florida troopers went to the hospital where he was treated on the day after Thanksgiving, that Friday, and said, hello, we'd like to see the records. Or as Fletch once said, where the hell's the records
Where the
room?
hell's the records room?
And they said at the hospital, I'm sorry, the records room is closed, sir. You must come back on Monday.
You sound like a real curator. That's awesome.
So they come back on Monday, and I can't believe this, but the hospital said, the computer is broken. Sorry. Cops turn away again. Cops then come back and say, is the computer working? Because we'd kind of like to see what Tiger Woods was on. And they're like, you're going to need to file a subpoena for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or a warrant.
HIPAA, please.
A search warrant.
Let you know.
Yeah. Now, at that point, you think the police would have said, okay, that's one phone call. We do this all day, every day. But no! The Florida Highway Patrol then dropped their search for a warrant for Tiger's blood work.
Very interesting. And now we don't know the rest of the story.
No. This is a huge cover-up, and apparently nobody gives a rat's ass. It's none of your business, Zabin. Oh, really? Public officials investigating a car crash?
I have a
that
credential
killed
for you
somebody?
to get you into the Masters if you'd like. You can say, hey, Tig, listen, just tell me. Listen, I don't want to know about the women. I want to know about your driving.
Just look at Mr. Toad's wild ride here. If he had not hit that tree and had kept going, he might have ended up in somebody's swimming pool.
No kidding.
Who knows where he would have gone?
Or on a lawn or in the front of somebody's house or in some kid's room like Robert Downey Jr.
He should have claimed that he was sleep driving and that there was no fight whatsoever between him and Elin, because that would be more plausible.
That's his new disorder.
That's why he was passed out on the street when the ambulance arrived. Oh, and by the way, forgot to mention, Elin wanted to go to the hospital with Tiger. They didn't let her because the ambulance crew had deemed it a domestic dispute.
But police found no evidence of domestic disputability.
And yet, why would ambulance workers, professionals, mind you, deem such a thing? Interesting. And, Solly, why do they not let people involved in a domestic dispute ride with each other to the hospital?
Well, I would think that she might hit him again.
Might finish the job.
Yeah.
She's there.
Might say, oh, do you need
tube.
some more oxygen here?
Well, they can work on their story for the coppers. That's what they're doing in there.
That's right. You didn't see nothing. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.